I don't know, man. I just feel like your boy kind of spiraled.
Hold on,
man.
now you're calling him my boy. Hold on. Sometimes he's not my boy.
He's
He's
not
one
your
of those
boy?
boys you got to reschedule sometimes.
You gotta be like,
You gotta reschedule.
You're on timeout.
You're on timeout. Whatever it is, there's a group of people right now, somewhere deep north South Carolina, with some white sheets on, burning, running that right now. Because they still listen to Tupac, them little swipers. But
So that's who it's for? It's for them? Man, I'm down for anything, man.
no, that's what I'm demanding. You gotta demand nowadays.
Closed mouths don't get fed.
Yeah, dog. You'll
I'm
see why
down.
we type in you guys, ask you what's going on.
Hey, the man responded, bro.
Exactly, so
Or
respond to
whoever-
this.
Yo,
Wow.
Toronto's the best, bro. My youth is the best code word ever in Toronto, man.
My youth. You already know what I'm talking about, bro.
I know.
My youth would know who I'm talking about.
My youth knows who we're
he
talking
is.
about.
That's how we're moving. You know what I mean?
Yo, it feels weird in recording later on in the afternoon like
Nah,
this, bro.
nah.
Yeah.
Because we used to back like 3 years ago.
Yo, let me ask you, I lost track of time, bro. When did you start podding?
Bro. Like the actual, like the day I can't flip
I'm
and
not
remember.
not the day, but like the year even. Like, was it 3 years ago, 4 years ago?
Four
now?
now.
Is it 4 years ago?
2021-ish or 22, I think. Yeah, 21 going into 22. I remember that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you feel now as far as like your podding and your from then to now?
You know what? I've had to mature a lot, right? I've had to mature a bit. I've transitioned from an artist into more of a person with an opinion.
Yeah, a media personality.
Right?
Yeah.
I was already doing it a little bit before when it came to like 416 in the City and some shit
True.
like that on Rogers Cable. And you know what I mean?
True.
Like I've been there, right? But this is the pinnacle point of like where I stuck to it because those shows got canceled. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
there ain't no
yeah.
cancellation on this shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Unless something happens to me or something.
Nah,
God
I
forbid.
wasn't even thinking like that. Like, you get what I mean? Like, it's in our
Yeah.
control, right? Like, there's no one that dictates us. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, like, PK and me are down from way back.
Yeah.
So and me and you are down from way back. I was still rapping. You know what I mean? You used to call me in for interviews. I was your first interview. You know what I mean? That's
second.
second.
No. Second interview. Yeah,
but I was your
second.
first like fight.
Yeah.
On the show. You know what I mean? That was
your first viral moment before we went viral. Yeah.
Right? But that is the most growth of it because I can look back and see where I've came from and where I'm going. And like a lot of guys I've seen come, go, and I'm still here with you.
Yeah.
Right? But what you've noticed that I've done is like I never stepped in front of anything, like in front of you. Like not to be like saying it like that, like you would never let me do something out. But I just kind of played a position of like, I like playing the position I play.
Yeah.
On the team. You know what I'm saying? And then now we're even furthering certain things. Like I think if me and you were both doing the same thing, we'd be really chasing our tails. I do something else and you do what you do. And I think that's how it combines. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I had to sit back, watch what you do, and say, you can't have two hustlers on the block hustling the same thing. And we niggas, we going to jail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I'm seeing it, right? So, you know, I got up there. People know me. I walk around. A lot of people, even where I was just today, I'm taking courses, which you know.
Yeah.
And I walk in. Lo and behold, someone say, I know you. And what it was for them to see me and they can see like, yo, this guy is not only a podcaster, he actually is in here and like the teacher is like respecting him because he's like he has his shit together. You know what I'm saying? So that is the growth that I've seen. So to ask me how long I've been, it feels like now a longer time than how we've just said it is. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's something that it got to keep going, right?
No, for sure.
So
for sure.
I'm just rolling with it, man. I think a lot of people would just be watching that, and then they'd be watching their clock, and then they would think of, okay, when do I go off and do my own thing? And nah, we a gang. We in this to win this. You know what I mean?
Teamwork make the dream work.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Come on, dog. Give me some love.
Nah,
You know what I
man,
mean?
nah, real nigga shit, bro.
For every day.
I got some pre-topics for us here, man.
Yeah.
Reddit
That shit
updates.
look good.
Yeah.
That shit look good.
Courtesy of Pink Kush Factory, man. I got some Reddit updates.
Okay. Are you in trouble?
Have you? Actually, I'm blocked.
So you have any updates?
I just got blocked. Actually, that is one of my updates. I got blocked this morning. I got a message.
Yeah.
I guess in the Reddit. I don't know, from one of the Reddit. Not the moderators, but the Reddit team.
Yeah.
Because I'm not blocked off of a certain page. I'm blocked, period, off of posting, commenting, even clicking an upvote on anything. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Your account has been temporarily banned, it says here. Hi, Friday, Ricky D. Reddit is a vast network of communities that create, run, and populated by people like you. In order to keep communities welcome, safe, and a great place to be, everyone uses the platform and operates by that shares the set of rules. And I was flagged for these two posts here, it says. And it's chats. I don't know, because they won't show me what the posts are or what the chats are.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't have like any real arguments with anybody in the comment section or anything or I was saying anything vulgar. I don't know, bro. It's a mystery.
Do you really care?
I don't, because I haven't been posting, whether it's like Torontology or, Torontologist, I do post on. Because, there's two now.
Yeah, there's two. There's one from the Chirac. That's the runoff of it.
So what happened was, and, there was the whole thing that happened earlier this week where Torontology, it was found out that it was purchased by SixBuzz. And it just started a whole hoopla, right?
I see it go down, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah, and the thing is that's weird about it is, before that started happening, not only myself, but other people were getting blocked for on that specific page for certain messages and just weird shit that has nothing to do with why they were getting blocked, like harmful messages and stuff like that. So I don't know, just weird shit was happening, and then it was unveiled that SixBuzz bought the page.
Yeah,
but now since then, I haven't been posting over there, and for us, the numbers haven't changed. The numbers have just actually been increasing.
Yeah,
but now I can't post at all, bro.
Hurt your soul?
It's 3 days. It's whatever. You know what I'm saying? By the time this episode's out, I'll probably have uploaded or posted the episode on the whatever Reddit I feel like.
Yeah, but
what's your thoughts on that though, fam? Is it a conflict of interest for like a blog page to buy out other blog pages?
Nah.
Tell me why.
Because it's called controlling the narrative.
But that's bad.
It's called controlling the narrative, brother.
Yeah.
And if we were in a boardroom, you know what I'm saying? For the We Love Hip Hop boardroom, I'm gonna throw some money on the table and be like, hey, this is up for grabs. Let's buy it. Control the narrative. More content. Let's put our shit here. We own it.
Yes.
Ownership is the best thing. I don't care what you do.
Okay. Now, what about if you own the shit and somebody says something like, yo, Dusty's a goof. This is why Dusty's a goof. They made a post like that, but you own it.
Well, you know what's the funniest thing? I'm the type of person that won't block you. Right. I'm the type of person that would just let you laba your mouth into a situation you probably can't handle.
Right.
So I am not, because I'm a businessman. What are they going to say? Like, the person who really owns McDonald's, you don't go home and be like, F the owner of McDonald's. You don't know their name, maybe. And if you do find out their name, God damn it, you went really far. You get what I'm saying? But you say F McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm the brand. If I'm the brand, I'm the brand. I don't care.
Right. So if they know that you own the brand, for example, how like people know that Elon owns Twitter and they say F Dusty.
F Elon.
Yeah, F Elon. But look, you own, a Reddit page. But on that Reddit page, they don't know you own it, but they're
They're
in
like
there.
F Dusty.
They're F Dusty. I don't like the way he moves. They make a whole long, post about it.
If you were gonna come and kill me now, I would know you're coming. I ain't blocking you. I ain't kicking you out. I ain't saying nothing.
Okay.
I don't care. And you explained that they don't know I owned it, but they're just saying my name on it.
Yeah.
That's even better. Oh my God. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
So, okay, but that's you.
Yeah.
Now, I think what the problem is when people say conflict of interest is when you do own something, and if somebody says something bad about you, now
You block them.
You block them, or you take the
Okay.
post down. So it starts infringing on people's rights of freedom of speech.
Okay. I smell. What?
Pussy?
Exactly. That's a pussy move.
Yeah.
That's a pussy move, dog. I'm just gonna be real. I smell pussy. Cause like I wouldn't do that. And anybody who's gonna do that, you really a pussy.
Yeah.
If you in this, you gotta be able to take it. You gotta be able to have thick skin.
Don't say potato.
Thick skin. You know what I'm saying? Have some thick skin. That's why you are running this.
Yeah.
And if you're in this business of media and forums and all this shit, you gotta understand someone is gonna say something about you.
Yeah.
Like and if you don't have thick skin, get the hell out the game.
That's a fact.
Get the hell out the game. Go sit your ass down. Go take your kids to the park. Go sit down. You need milk.
Yeah.
You want to call people goose and all that, whatever, but you need milk.
Yeah.
Are we being subliminal, or are we being you're just asking me?
No,
I'm being subliminal a little bit.
You don't have to be subliminal.
No. I'm gonna be a little bit subliminal because then they get all emotional, right? And then they want to block people. So I get it, right? Because I smell
pussy.
Exactly. Dog, don't play with us.
No, it's just messed up though. Like I don't. Listen, people, I'll leave it alone, but I just don't like if you do own something, and I hear what you're saying. You don't look at it as a conflict of interest. I do, because people can now take that power that they have over because they own the platform and use it against or use it for their own benefits and stuff like that. However, you're working from a place of integrity, so you wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
But you just never know, fam. Like if somebody says something really, really wild about you and you have the power to take the post down because you own it, then you can do that. But then that's also preventing that person from saying what they want to say. Freedom of speech.
Granted. But like I said, man, I'm not gonna sit there. Words are words. The internet's crucial. 2 or hour rule.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dog. Like, and let me show you something. If people know that I'm the one who owns it, right? I wouldn't even have to flag you. My damn minions are gonna get you, dog.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? If it's a loyal site, if it's a loyal page, if it's a loyal, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, dog. You could already see that there's no loyalty there because it came from directly the person, if that's the case.
Possibly.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it's a blockage. But just okay, put it this way. Would you if you had a bad experience at a restaurant, would you go back? Would you go back?
Hell no.
Okay. Now, you're a man of integrity. You would kind of do what I'm doing. Who cares? Right? Like, okay, you said something about us. Cool.
I don't care. Yeah.
Cool.
As long as you're not defaming my character. It depends on how there's lines.
There's lines to it, but you gotta still read in between certain lines. If it's not a direct picture of the person, they can say, hit me on my Instagram. Let's talk about this, whatever.
Yeah.
It won't matter. Right? Now, I'm gonna give you another lesson. Okay, if I'm gonna have that integrity, like I don't really care, listen to me. The best thing is not to use them. If that's how they move, why am I gonna go near a bitch? Why am I gonna go near a snitch? Why am I gonna go on anything that has anything to do with people who move incorrectly like that?
Yeah.
And have feelings and move in feminine ways. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna disassociate and reschedule these people.
Well, I already stopped posting on Toronto.
That's what I'm saying. Go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Find somewhere else.
But I'm not the only person who felt that way because of the move that happened.
Yeah.
A whole other page started, and the people who felt the same way as me said we're not posting over there. A lot of people even unfollowed the page.
So how about you start up your own? If you build it, they will come.
I ain't got the time to do no Reddit page.
But I bet you there's a couple other guys who would love to run it. Who would love to
We Love Hip Hop Reddit page?
Yeah, dog.
Maybe.
Yeah, dog. Go find go scout some people who's ready to rumble.
Let us know in the comments below. Do y'all want to help run the We Love Hip Hop Reddit forum? You know what I'm saying? Because
this nigga ain't got no time.
I ain't got no time to run no goddamn Reddit forum.
I'm gonna just give him the idea now.
Yeah, that sounds like a daunting task for me, man. Holy.
Because but what I'm saying is, you see what I mean? Like if you're gonna feel this certain way about it, and now they're gonna try and block you at it. All right, cool. I'll build my own.
Yeah, and listen, there's no proof that I was blocked via anybody on Torontology or anything.
So how you get blocked? How you get a letter?
I don't know. That's the only places that I've been. I posted there. Torontologist, which I don't think it would have came from.
Yeah.
And the Drizzy page, which is the Drizzy subreddit that's out there, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think it would have came from there either. So I don't know. It seems like it would be something that comes from Torontology.
Okay.
Or maybe somebody who from the Torontology page, because I guess I'm sure I've rubbed them the wrong way. Pause.
Okay.
But I don't know. I just don't want to accuse anybody of anything without proof. You know what I'm saying? So we'll leave it there.
That's fair. It gives you chances to if they would want to let you back in, they can, right? You're not being a total jerk.
No, I'm not even. It's not even that I'm blocked from Torontology. I'm blocked from all Reddits. Like I can't post or I can't comment on any Reddit group subreddit at all.
Oh, flip! They went over and beyond.
Yeah.
I lost you for 1 second there. What?
No. It's not just the one specific page. Like I can't go to any page, a page about sports, whatever. I can't say shit.
Even say yo.
No, I can't even upvote something, which is just liking a post.
Oh, they ban you from all areas, huh?
Yeah.
You making trouble.
I don't know what I did that. It was like they're like, no, bro, you can't even use our website right now.
How do you get in internet trouble?
I'm constantly in internet trouble, man. So I don't know, man. I could write a book on it, bro.
Gosh. Every 2-3 weeks, this guy's in a jam up with the internet.
Let's start the show
keep the
off.
name going.
Yeah. Let's start the show off, man. I got tunes.
My definition of a boombastic jazz style.
One more.
Red light, pull up.
Let's go.
Like a microphone master, blame Mother Nature, we some natural disasters. Reoccurring every 10th leap year. We bring quality with a touch of
Yeah.
City TV, but my music bring much to the air.
Much vibe in the corner.
I know. Shout out to Sprox with the old school Instagram post with all the memories.
Like an old cat in a leather suit. Based on a true story. Nigga horny, brother from the ghetto, a kitty from the city. That cutting up place for a Bill Fitty. Flow got blow like in a leather suit.
I got you.
The orange man represented the whole neighborhood. Taking your cash, taking your girls and all that.
I got you.
Believe that.
R.I.P. Apple.
Brothers try to flex like the girls that they borrow.
Take you back to the neighborhood. Pawn shop because you kept no props when you step right here. Apple's the madman with size 10 feet. Make a dope sound for the hardcore streets. To save a yang yang.
That's other time that you gotta do.
Cause the big belly, but don't talk no drama. I drop bombs like the one in South Central. The times to get in, cause my man, I'm just mental. I'm down to work to my pops. Giving you a taste of hop. Look it up, flop with anywhere up. Trendsetter, styles to go better. Take a taste of the air. Flavor that stretch for miles and never wear. Giving you a taste, some for now, some for later. Giving you a taste, some for now, some for later. Giving you a taste, some for now, some for later.
Give you something else, something later. Big salute to Apple, man. R.I.P. man.
R.I.P.
Let's get into it, man.
Yeah.
We Box, the world's most smoked out podcast. We love hip hop. I'm your host of the most toast, Friday Ricky Tread, aka Yaga Ya.
Red Life. This is Rexdale slang talking. Trust me, B.
We back at it over here, episode 575, B3 Studios. Big salute to DJ Czar. He's out in the world doing a gig or at a gig doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? But we got back out here, Mr. Entrepreneur himself. All right, a man of many hats.
Yes, sir.
And not the kind of hats we talking about with them drill rappers. You know what I'm talking about?
You're gonna put me in there, Arica.
No, we love hip hop Ricos around here.
You know what I'm saying?
Dusty Wallace in the motherfucking building. Let's go, man.
What up? What up? Peace and love and peace. Gratitude. What's up?
I'm good, man.
How are you?
I can't complain, man. I can't complain.
Good job.
Ready to get back at it, man. Before we get into it, I want to give a quick salute to the sponsors. Let's start off with Canna Cans, aka Diamond Club. All right, big salute to Canna Cans. They got the freshest piff and kept fresh in the cans to keep everything sealed. Okay, Diamond Club and Canna Cans can give you anything you need. Pens, edibles, the edibles. Bro, listen, man. The other day I had something. All right, I gotta be careful because of the YouTube algorithm. But I had one of those things, bro.
The strawberry one.
Oh no! It was like these 4 in a pack ones, and I'm not gonna say the amount because YouTube guidelines. But broski, it had me like acting stupid and giggly like a little schoolgirl, bro. It was crazy. So they work. They work, okay? So yeah, so salute. They got the dope edibles, all right?
Yeah.
Hit them up on their Instagram page. That's Diamond Club _Ontario or Diamond Club _Canada 2.0. You could also find them on the Canna Cans page. That's Canna Cans _Canada 1. Use the code We Love Hip Hop. Get yourself a fat discount. Oh, I forgot to mention there's delivery across Canada and same day delivery in the GTA. All right,
okay.
So holla at them. Also, this big bottle of what I got on the table over here, that's courtesy of Pink Kush Factory. This is some raspberry / lemonade fire OG. All right, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Jeez.
All right. So at Pink Kush Factory, we're driven by passion and crafting vibrant juice blends that ignite your senses. Our diverse flavor and timeless classics to bold, exotic creations. A meticulous design to deliver a burst of refreshment with every sip. Pink Kush Factory is more than a juice manufacturer. Their lifestyle brand is committed to wellness and vitality, complementing our juices with a chic apparel line that lets you #stay elevated with effortless style. Experience the ultimate blend of flavor and fashion with Pink Kush Factory. And also, if you want to get some of these Pink Kush Factory juices, and they got this I won't call it it's a tincture.
Yeah, it's a tincture.
All right. One of these things here, like not this itself, but like something that like if you just take like a cap of it, and mix it with just regular juice, holy, it's like one of these in one cap.
Oh, the tinctures.
Yeah.
It's like
I didn't want to say that. I'm gonna have to blank that word out, but because
but that's what technically
it's kind of like it's like that.
Yeah, it's like
that.
that.
But the natural version.
Yeah,
holy,
You have some?
bro. I'll bring some for you next time. Mash up. But yeah, hit them up on their Instagram page. That's Pink Kush Factory 11. Kush is spelled KXSH. All right, and let them know that We Love Hip Hop Boys sent you. Last but not least, I want to give a salute to Only Loud for my people in Ottawa. If you want same-day delivery of some piff in Ottawa and same-day delivery in the GTA, you got to hit up Only Loud. They got their own blend and a bunch of different legacy blends under their umbrella. Yeah. You can hit them up on their Instagram page. That's Only Loud Canada. And you can find them on Snapchat, onlyloud.ca. Dusty.
Yo,
what's popping, bro? How's your week been before we get into our topics, man?
Productive. Smart decision making.
Nice.
I smoke a lot of now. So I got a lot of time on my hands. But it's good time. But it's time that I'm fixing myself. So yeah, a lot of productions going on right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm keeping on my my boss tips, but I'm still watching what's going on around the scene, and you know what I mean. I'm actually, I'm about to do some content, but something on the other side of things.
Yeah,
But,
something in line with your business.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be crazy.
yeah.
But yeah, what you been up to?
Man, I'm trying to stay out of trouble, but not.
No, you're interesting. You're interesting right now.
But I'm actually working on something right now. And I think it's okay that I can reveal it because I don't think it's an idea that somebody's going to steal.
Okay.
I'm going to do a full breakdown of the Renaissance, all the different Renaissance times of Toronto, or all the different, what would you call it? The boons of Toronto, the boost times, like
Of
the most peak times in the Toronto rap specifically.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the different eras that had like the most attention and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's basically how Toronto rappers drop the ball.
Oh my goodness.
Right?
Sakes.
Because we've come from so many different eras where like we were so on fire. It seemed like the whole scene was about to take it to the next level.
Yeah.
To where we are now, where we still have a lot of amazing things going on, but
Very
it just
much
wasn't as much as, let's say, a few years ago. So I'm doing a full breakdown starting from a little bit after the Maestro Mishi times all the way to where we are now. No, after.
Okay.
Because just to give you guys a little bit of a preview, I don't think that first part of our history was a boom. It was a spark.
I don't think anybody has, besides Drake, has passed those type of records that those guys, some of them have done. And legendarily like got to the States and did what they had to do, like ITCs and no, I'm just giving a little insight if you forgot something, you know what I mean? If that's
I'm just saying because at that time, like, and this is like in the 80s times when like Maestro was first coming out, the Ron Nelson times.
Yeah.
It was a sparse scene. There was only a few rappers, like they were only of the few people that were actually getting any attention. So I start after that because that's when you started seeing mad more rappers in Toronto. Like the mid 90s to the early 2000s, it was like, holy.
I still think it was a circle.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody else beyond that is just like, who?
Well, I'll break it down in a documentary, but you know, there's a reason why I felt like
I really want to know who was before some of those guys too, and Maestro.
Before Maestro and them?
Yeah, bro. I think
what
Mr. Metro, like those type of guys.
Devin. It was Rumble and Strong.
Right.
And then that was pretty much it. Like I had the interview with Ron Nelson. He was like, there was no rappers, bro.
He was reggae though.
No. He was reggae after.
After?
Yes. You know what I'm saying? He was hip. He was rap first from the beginning, and then he transitioned to reggae like in the latter part of his DJing career.
Mm-hmm.
But like he was saying, from when he first started DJing back in the days, there was no rappers. This is even before Maestro times. He was like, there was barely anybody to play.
I'm gonna go back, but what year was that?
We're talking about like
70.
No, we're talking about like 85.
I heard Maestro was already out by then.
Yes, but Maestro wasn't even out under the name Maestro.
He wasn't out under the name as Maestro.
Yeah.
He was out as somebody else.
Yeah.
Like as a different name.
So when you think about that time, like, yes. So would Maestro himself, what he's been able to do continuing to now, amazing.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, in that time, there was like 5 rappers that was representing in the city. Where I feel like a boom happens when there's more than 5 people. And I won't even say 5 rappers. There was barely that. We could barely count 5 rappers at that time. But a boom is when it's like, you got about at least 10 guys that are out here doing their thing. The scene is starting to bubble. You know what I'm saying? Mans from all ends of the city are starting to represent, and people know them.
Okay.
That didn't happen in their part of this of the hip hop era. I think that happened right after in the 90s.
When did the Dream Warriors?
Dream Warriors was late 80s, early 90s, and that's when things started to.
Yeah, because they had one of the most played records in the world,
and that's when more rappers from Toronto were starting to get. But we'll get to it because I actually have a whole segment where we talk about.
That's going to be very interesting. You're going to ruffle a couple feathers.
Hopefully not.
Where am I? Where is this?
That's the only thing that could maybe ruffle a feather or two. But I talk about everything in this documentary. Baby Blue. So far, I'm only halfway through, so we'll get to it.
You'll get to it.
But let's get into a couple of topics that we have here, man.
Go.
I have a hot topic that we had some friendly debate about last time.
What?
About Top 5 and your boy Ye.
Discover Candy Cans, where quality meets innovation. With over 24 premium strains, each carefully sealed in our signature cans for maximum freshness. We're redefining the cannabis experience. Trusted Canada-wide for consistency and reliability. We deliver the product you deserve. Elevate your expectations and explore the difference with CannaCans. You can find CannaCans on Instagram at CannaCans_Canada, or you can find them on the Diamond Club page, DiamondClub_Ontario. Make sure to use the code WeLoveHipHop on the way out and get yourself a little discount. Salute to the sponsors. Cheer!
Okay. Now, I don't want to spend super long on this
Neither
because
do
I
I.
feel like the audience is tired of hearing about Ye and Top 5, to be honest. You know what I mean? Respectfully.
Mhm.
But they did. Ye released the
Video?
double H. I'm gonna call it the double H video because I don't want
Heavy hands.
Right? Yeah. So he released that, the music video, and then there's a version, the Top 5 version, which is pretty much the same and had just a little bit of yelling in the background, I guess. I don't know. It sounds the same to me. But yeah, he's been running around like posting it
What do
on
you mean it
his.
sounds the same, dog? Like, man didn't drop a verse?
No, there's no remix with his verse on it.
Is this his voice on it?
It's not even his voice on it, bro.
What are you talking about right now?
So-
What are man out there doing? Flipping.
I don't know, bro. I can't even say I rate it, but like I appreciate the effort, but I don't understand. It's strange shit, bro.
But we got a lot of good information. Yeah.
Ak, which version do you prefer?
Thank you, and thank you, by the way. Thank you. Oh, they got the Top 5 version and the hooligan version. That's what they call now. Top 5 has a version of the song. It has a version. He got the version of the chain. He has the chain. What?
Oh, brothers.
No, they call the leak version the Top 5 version.
So basically, there's the two versions of the song.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, to be honest, when you hear
The second version.
the second version, it sounds exactly the same as the first version, bro.
So did they cut it where we don't get to hear his verse? Or is there a verse?
No, there's no verse. I guess they're like talking in the background and stuff like that, and that's the other version. I don't know, bro. Your boy's reaching, man. Look at this. Look at this. And I'm gonna have to mute the audio because I'm just not playing. It's music, and two, I'm just not playing the song on the podcast. But look what this song is encouraging, bro.
Yes. Sorry. No,
Look at-
but yes. I
Look at
don't know.
little
What do you want me to say, bro?
Jamie and Brad are in loving it.
Bro, it's not only them.
No, I seen some other people, some black people are like, yo, that shit kind of slaps.
This shit fire. I see people in the comments, like I told you guys last week, and their own people is doing it. Yeah. Told you guys. Who's going to be offended? People got to lighten up.
I do understand that aspect, but is it really getting that much attention, or is it like good for a Twitter meme?
Whatever it is, it's happening. Whatever it is, just there's a group of people right now, somewhere deep north, South Carolina, with some white sheets on, burning crosses, running that right now. Because they still listen to Tupac, them little race white boys. But
So that's who it's for? It's for them?
fucking
Like
know.
they don't need music.
I don't know. But at the end of the day, my mind went there. If what did you call the two little people, the two white people who were just doing their own dance to the damn song?
They look like Nazis to me, bro.
They could be anybody. They, for all you know, they could be a small cap.
There's no way that no Jewish person's gonna play this song, bro.
I don't know. I'm not.
And I get what he's trying to do, even
Yeah.
though it's not working for me with the all my N-words Heil H guy, right?
That's crazy.
Because it's like he's trying to make it like
I went through our comments on our little and we're like
there's some people who are very much in agreement with you, bro.
a lot.
Some people were mad at you, bro.
I don't care. I don't care. Like, I'm not doing this to sugarcoat shit sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's certain things you gotta be able to say, and there's certain things you don't say, right? Granted, what he is doing, it's music. He is saying things you don't say.
Yes, but have you ever actually taken in the song?
Yes, I have.
The song is not about anything special.
No.
It's just, oh, they took my kids away.
Yeah.
So how many songs is he gonna make about kicking his kids away and then masking it with a whole bunch of offensive stuff on the outside? Just say, yo, go to court and get custody of your kids, bro.
He can't get
you don't have
custody
to
of his kids.
offend a whole race of people, make a whole song about the H guy, but then when you listen to the verse, it's like, oh, they won't let me see my kids. It's like, bro, the verses have nothing to do with the chorus.
Yo, can I be real? It's like I've had a couple, my boys, my dogs, some of my dogs, they've been with white women.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as that white woman ain't with them no more, they've turned into one of the biggest fucking racists I've ever met in my life.
So that means they've always been racist.
Teaching their kids, like, hey, don't trust white people. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm telling you the truth. That is the effects of a white baby mother telling her black baby father to go F himself, and I don't need you. I'm going to go get some black dick somewhere else. So he's been hurt for all these years, even with that next concubine that he had running around with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's still with her.
Yeah, but see? You almost thought it didn't fill the void. You get what I'm saying? But he's with her, and this is the kind of music he's making. So, is it really supposed to be offensive? He's saying all this, but then he's walking down the street with a half-naked Jewish gal. Is this crazy or what?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just feel like your boy kind of spiraled.
Hold on.
Man.
Now you're calling him my boy. Hold on. Sometimes he's not my boy.
He's
one of those boys you got to reschedule sometimes.
You got to be like,
you got to reschedule.
You're on timeout.
You're on timeout. You do, yo.
Until
that's why I think
notice.
the people in the comments are like, yo, Dusty, da 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 da. But then there's people who agree. But this is the part of the point where if he's my boy, this is where I put him on a little bit of a reschedule. I'm still in the background going, whoo, whoo, whoo. But it can't be publicly.
You're going, hi. Oh, I ain't going to say.
But it can't be publicly. You get what I'm saying? Because I got wheels and deals to make. So, like, there's certain things that people have to hide. And a lot of them are they've always been hiding it when it comes to us. And some of them are straight up. You understand?
Yeah.
What do you rather, a straight up racist or one that hides it?
I'd rather a straight up one.
Okay, so let Kanye be a straight up racist.
I just don't even know if I believe even anymore that he even is a racist, bro. And I'll tell you why.
Thank you.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Even though like the things that he is doing,
yeah,
it's completely anti-Semitic, racist, all the different things that people want to, that he's
why is
trying, because he's intentionally trying to do it. He wants people to think that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not even like he's putting on the suit. He's doing everything that people can say, yo, you're being racist. Right?
Okay,
so
cool.
that's his intention.
Okay, cool.
But I think it goes back to what I've said a million times. The attention. This is how I'm going to be able to up the ante where people are talking about me again. Right? Like, George Bush don't like black people. That was level 1. And then it was like
push Taylor Swift out the way.
Yeah, Beyonce had the hottest video of that year. That was like still level 1.5. You know what I'm saying? He got canceled, but it wasn't like that bad. Like it kind of fizzled out in about 6 months or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, George Bush don't like black people. Oh, that's working. That.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That lasts a little bit longer until it goes away. And every time it goes away, it's like somebody who's on drugs. It's like, I don't have that. Nobody's talking about me like that anymore.
Okay, I get it.
You know what I'm saying? So then he has to add fuel to the fire. You know what I'm saying? It kind
of goes back to what I was saying last week. Like, he plays his games. He knows when to turn this on and off.
He knows how to get people talking about him again.
Fam.
But the reason even now I'm coming up to this conclusion, and I felt like felt like this, but like he's always trying to sell something on the other side, but I don't even know if he knows what he wants to sell anymore, bro. Because look, I clicked on his website, Yeezy store coming soon. And the way it's written, it's just like
No,
scribbled.
that's a shot.
Shot at who?
Drake.
Why?
Remember how he wrote, if you're hearing this right now?
If you're reading this, it's too
Right
late.
now, it's too late.
Yeah, it is kind of the same kind
It's
of
the
font.
same exact thing. Okay, or maybe not even a shot, just some dick riding effery. You get what I'm saying? Like he's really trying to get back in Drake's good grace.
Yes, but everybody
But with a song like He'll Hit H is well, like I said before, nobody knows if he's offended or not. So
and it's not even like he's putting it on platforms where like people can purchase it, because like he tried to post this shit on Spotify. The people who done production on the thing are mad at him because he didn't clear a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So now they want to get it removed. He had to start a whole new Spotify page under Donda. So
Yeah.
he's not even up on Spotify under Ye. So it's like, what are we doing, bro? Like, what's the plan, man?
He's all over the place.
That's what I'm saying. He's all over the place, bro.
He's at the end of it, trying to hold on.
Yes.
He can't gracefully bow out right now.
This is what I've been trying
He's having
to
a hard time leaving the game, bro. He's like LeBron right now, dude. You know what I mean? Just flipping, having a long time. That's why LeBron got his son to play. That's why he's getting his daughter to play.
But even LeBron
is gonna retire.
It's still coming out, like he's still leaving more gracefully, because when he plays, he's still playing at a high level.
Yeah.
People want to see him at the Staples Center or whatever, the Crypto Center or whatever.
Yeah.
Like he's still in demand to a degree, even though he's getting older. He's like one of the
41.
oldest
He's 41.
NBA, right? But like he's still an elder that people is in demand.
Yeah.
Kanye technically isn't really in demand like that, bro, and he doesn't know it yet.
But that's
bro.
what I'm trying to say. So he's holding on to something, dog.
Yeah.
Think about how many rappers can't sleep at night because they don't have a number one anymore. Or some rappers that thought they were gonna get a number one and they're trying to think about it when you were like about to put it down.
I've never felt the feeling of being blown up as a rapper, so I don't know what it feels like to fall
cool.
off.
Cool. But there's still that. You still have that drive that you wanted to be there. So when it was time to give it up, there's still that part where you kind of wanted to still keep going.
Yeah.
But then you're kind of looking at around you and you're just saying, But then he is in a different light from then, let's just say, an underground rapper to a person who's always been in the spotlight. Now he's like, people could be around him like, yo, put this shit down, dog. Like you went to the studio 5 days in a row and ain't had shit to say.
No,
like,
it's garbage shit. Like when it comes out, it doesn't sound that hot, bro. Like
anymore.
The beats sound great. Even the one from that hot H shit, the beat is slaps.
Fire.
But you know, you'll never, if you're a producer, if you know how to produce and rap, you can live forever in the game instead of like falling off. You could just be like, oh yeah, you haven't heard a new album with me rapping in a long time, but what you didn't know is I've been producing for this song. I produced this hit record, that hit record. He's made himself such a radioactive figure that people won't even want to say I have Kanye production.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? He could have done this way better. If you look at his peers, the people around his age group, that have like not fallen off, but like fallen back.
Yeah.
They've handled
they can go to sleep at night. They can go to sleep at night. He's fighting. I can't go to sleep yet at night because there's certain things he's still competing with. When he probably sees him flipping Trippy Red, he probably gets all weird. He probably gets weird when he sees Playboy Cardi drop something and he's like, Flip, I should be number one.
They're half his age. He has to allow it, bro.
But he can't put it down yet. That's why he's doing these spontaneous playing gay games, all types of shit that have you thinking he crazy.
And if you even see like in those streams, the same ones with Top 5 and Sneeko and all them, everybody else is just a bunch of young guys.
That's what I said.
Young boys.
He's in competition.
It's like,
he
bro,
can't go to sleep yet.
Even with Drake, you can't, like, Drake to me is a more of a, like, you see how you compared him to LeBron?
Yeah.
I don't think he's like LeBron. He's more of like a ball player that I don't even think would still be in the NBA, because in the NBA, if you start playing badly, you're just going to get cut from the team.
Or you're going to get benched, and then
you're going to get benched.
And if you're old, they turn you into a coach player.
Yeah, and you know, no glazing. But I look at Drake as more of a LeBron comparison because he's getting into his latter years, and he's still playing at a high clip, and he's still in demand. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Kanye, I don't know what NBA player I
Okay,
compare
watch.
him to.
Like a Dennis Rodman.
No, but even Rodman was in demand, even with all this crazy shit. When he gets on the court, he would perform.
Some players did not want him on those teams.
No, because he was doing wild shit.
Yeah.
But he's gonna grab those rebounds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he was doing his thing when it was time for play time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or game time. Kanye, I can't find a comparison of somebody in a sports sense. I can only look at other artists who fell off, and they're the last ones to know.
Give me one.
Respectfully, back when Big Daddy Kane fell off, that was like one of the most impactful fall offs for me personally. Just because I looked up to Big Daddy Kane so crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when he dropped that Taste the Chocolate album,
Yeah.
it was like,
Consi comme ça.
But then the nail in the coffin is when he did Playgirl magazine.
Yeah.
You feel me? Then it was like, oh.
He running out of money. He have to pimp in his ass.
Yeah. Like he did the book with Madonna. Remember Madonna had this book with all these pictures in it?
Yeah.
And there was a picture of him and Naomi Campbell.
Yeah.
And the hood was still like, or the man them were still giving them props. Like, okay.
Yeah, Madonna and Naomi.
Yeah. But then when he was like in Playgirl magazine, it was like, And then his music started to be trash.
Yeah.
I don't know if Kane, because we didn't have social media at the time, if we did have social media, if Kane would still be posting and acting like, yo, I ain't falling off, but like he actually did. You know what I'm saying? But most guys, when they fall off, they're the last ones to know.
Very much so.
You don't like, you can't think of any examples of an artist that they think that they're hot still, but Lil Pump.
Yep. Yeah.
I see him like he's like throwing money on his Instagram and stuff like that. And I'm like, bro, you know, like Gucci Gang was like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Ain't nobody care about you no more.
Nobody cares.
But tell that to him. He'll be like, you broke.
Yeah. He's doing those, like, you know, when those media guys come up, be like, hey, what do you think about the Toronto slang? He was doing that.
Yeah.
Right? So once I seen him doing that, I'm like, oh, you done. Or you got an album coming out nobody cares about. But with Lil Pump don't really got to give a shit. Because Lil Pump went to school to be a doctor. Go look up his stats.
Yeah, but he ain't going to try to be no doctor now.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? All the tats and all that. You committed to being a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like
to be a
most of the time, I like, as far as like even with the people in Kanye's age group, because Kanye's like 45 years old. Maybe even a little bit older.
They're pushing more like 47, man.
Right? So the people who are around him who are like still putting out music or like quote unquote have fallen off. There's nobody who's fallen off. Anybody who's around him from that era, they've either fallen back or transitioned into something else. Like 50. 50's from the Kanye era.
Yeah.
50's not here for music. Nobody's like dying for the new 50 Cent song. So if 50 was still actively trying to push the new album, talking about, oh, when my new album drops, I'm going to take over, we'd be looking at him like Kanye.
That nigga pushes TV shows now.
Yes. And if you hear his music, it's within the confines of his TV show.
It's dope.
Yeah. But if he was like, yo, I'm going to take back over the rap game, people would be like, yo, 50, relax.
But he has, in his way of making the rap, the shows.
Yeah.
The shows. You have it up.
In a respectful way.
Yeah.
He didn't even fall back. He just transitioned
into a grown man.
Same thing with Joe Budden. Joe Budden never really fell off because he was like, people call him a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, but he still was moving.
He was still doing his thing.
Yeah.
And then instead of like continuously in his 40s, like, yo, I'm gonna show you guys are shitty rappers, and when I drop my new album, I'm finally gonna show you guys. He just said, yo, I'm gonna fall back and be the best podcaster and the most popular one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kanye needs a new hobby, bro.
Well, he's a streamer, right? But they banned him from everything.
He's a great producer. He could have played his hand way better, bro.
And he's a stylist.
Yes.
Like he could do, like, okay, I won't lie. Them clothes that he made for them bum clothes, I ain't rocking with that. The Yeezy shoes, okay, cool. But he didn't really make it for us.
But he can hang his hat on those things. Like I've designed fashion that people wear. I make beat. I still make beats. The beats that he's making the shit songs on, he's making those beats. So he could still be out there having a legacy of production. And then come out with his own music anytime he wants. But now he just looks like a clown to me.
I understand. I understand what you're saying, right?
He could have played his hand way better, is just all I'm saying.
Yeah, the going out factor.
Yes.
Is what he could, you know what I'm saying?
He could be Timberland right now.
Oh, Timberland's sick though, man. Timberland's wicked.
Yeah, but Timberland, like, he did put out music himself, him and, R.I.P. Magoo and stuff like that. But if Timberland was still actively trying to be the main guy, he'd look crazy right now.
Didn't Kanye come up kind of with that era, like Ninth Wonder?
Yes.
Ninth Wonder is all right.
But all of these guys are only producers.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that was his crowd.
But he can go back to that. He could have went back to that long time ago, and then we'd still be respecting him right now.
Right now.
And then it would be like, yo, he's still running shit. He'd still be getting like $100,000 checks per beat type shit.
Yeah,
like
Drake's all over his shit.
Yes, it would be like half of executive producing somebody's album, and you respect his opinion. Like he's gone out sad, and like he has so much talent that he could have done so much better.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't have to be doing all of this, bro.
His legacy is dying.
Yes. He technically he is the man.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just that's why it annoys me, bro. But listen, salute to Top 5, I guess. I don't know, bro, because I even told him personally I don't support the whole thing with DA, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know. I have no salutes, man. I don't know if you have any salutes before we get off of this.
Nah, you know what I told you? I rescheduled him this week.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I just
yeah.
had to reschedule him a little bit. Although last week, you know what I mean? We was cool.
Yeah.
But there's certain things you got to reschedule sometimes because I agree, but then there's certain things I don't agree with. You know what I mean? Like that point you just made. You know what I mean? About him not going out the way he should be going out.
Yeah, go out gracefully like Jay, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man, salute. Rolling Loud update.
Yeah, I was one of the first people to know they were coming, and then
yes, I remember when you hit me up 2 months ago, back in March, like Rolling Loud is going to be popping. I started doing my due diligence, hitting up people behind the scenes, like, yo, how can we get involved? Who's on the lineup? All types of shit. And the city was buzzing. We talked about it on the show.
Yeah.
And then nothing, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see any post on the Rolling Loud Toronto's Instagram, their Twitter. I didn't even say any. I seen no post on the Rolling Loud pages saying, "Hey, Rolling Loud coming soon." Crickets. So I don't know what made me think this. Like last night, let me just go on Ticketmaster and check because that's where I originally seen the post. When I started to do some research, that's where I seen there was an announcement. It was on Ticketmaster.
Mm-hmm.
When I went to go check Ticketmaster last night,
gone.
It's gone, bro. Stupid fit again, little puppy over here.
They're licking my feet. Yo. All right, come.
So I posted here because I went over to the site, like I said.
Yeah.
And I took that same screenshot and I put it up on Twitter. And I posted, no Rolling Loud Toronto 2025, I guess. And this is what the post. All right. No upcoming concerts. We're sorry we couldn't find any upcoming concerts. Rolling Loud Toronto. Please check back soon. So, boom.
Yeah.
From when I posted this morning, I see this. No fake news. And this is from the official Rolling Loud page.
Jeez. So, you know what's up.
So what's popping, bro? I seen also a couple of other blog pages start reposting what I posted. So the city's excited because we were on standby. We didn't know what's going on, bro.
Yeah, but then at least one rapper would have already gotten that booking.
That's what I'm saying. But at the same time, they might have got the booking and they might have been told, don't say anything.
That's so hard.
It is, but sometimes,
so hard.
Hey, it's achievable. Those guys never said nothing about the Brandon Buckingham piece. Look how long that's been around for.
But Mandem know about that. If you're around those areas, you know he was around there. Like I knew he was around there because I, you know who I I speak to Benny.
Yeah,
Benny's
yeah,
family.
yeah.
Benny, but as I'm on the phone, get off the phone with him, he hits me back and say, yo, that guy is here, long time. And I didn't even think to tell you.
That's what you forgot to tell us, bro. We would have had the scoop.
But it was like, it was the phone call. It wasn't like I was there to see it. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, okay, it's Pressa and you guys, you know? And like that exact time, K-Money came out and whatever like that. And it was going on. But
still, my point still stays. Like, they were able to hold it down. Like, them mans they get on Instagram all the time. K-Money's been over here, did a whole interview. He didn't mention anything. So Toronto rappers do have the ability to not be loudmouth. They can keep some shit under wraps.
They better.
So especially if they've been given a bag, if Rolling Loud's like, yo, we're paying you 2 racks to do your show today or whatever in September, just don't say anything until we announce it. I think a few rappers can hold it down.
Yeah, but that 2 racks done in the same day. Like, bro.
Hey, as long as you hold it down and don't say nothing, bro.
More than that.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold me down until September.
So do you think it's really going? Actually, it's hard to say. Do you think, because they're confirming it?
It's going.
But why don't we know anything yet? we're in May or in the
they don't need. Yo, fam, June those tickets come up. That gone. I'm already in my head like, okay, I gotta.
Are you sure, bro? Because
remember the last time?
Last time we were in the same times as we are now.
But last time it was like only it was said, and then I bought my ticket, and that was it. I waited I had to wait 3 months.
Different times. We're in a recession now.
They don't care, bro. These are young people, bro. They're taking their mom's and dad's credit cards, my nigga. My kids are gonna ask me for mine and want to go. One of them, 2 of them, 3 of them are at the age where don't want to go see who's there. So I gotta be like, oh shit, boom, card getting swiped. Plus I want to go. Boom, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus wife want to go. 5 people.
Yo, and you know they do layaway ticket.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I pay it. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
So they give you some time. You have up to the day to pay for that shit.
So you think that if they announce it, let's say June, that they have a good space of time before June, July, August, September.
My goodness sakes.
They could even push it all the way to July, make the announcement in July, and
you're still going in.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think back to last time when it happened, when I did my interviews and stuff like that with Pressa and different people. Yeah, it was
short timing, bro. It wasn't that long. We waited. Like, I got my tickets. Boom, 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 gone. I was there.
Yeah. So this brings back up the conversation we had the last time. Are we equipped as a city to be able to have enough local acts? Obviously, Rolling Loud is a mix of everybody. It's not just our local acts, but can we rep locally?
Yeah. Sad Boy alone.
Sad Boy.
Right?
Sav.
And she'll have her time where she could be during the day or at night, but on another stage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. She might get a night performance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sav, those guys, they're just coming up. So they'd probably be more in the day.
There'll be a daytime performance.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't sleep on some like guys like Casper.
Oh
my God. I want them at night. Expansive. I want that at night.
Yeah.
So come on. You know, there's guys, bro.
I would put a Casper and K-Money show together.
They have to. Come outside first and then Casper.
Yeah.
Let them rock that.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We're good.
Then we still got Smiley come drop in town.
Smiley,
right?
TV Gucci.
TV Gucci.
Yeah.
You know?
I think we're pretty much equipped, and we're just even scratching the surface. There's still Free Toby, all these different guys that can pop out and
Toby could do Toby could do the day crowd type of thing.
Yeah.
I just want to see him during the day. I want to see him like 4:00 in the evening. All white kids.
I don't know, man. I think Toby brings out the girls, the
girls too,
the black women with the head wraps and
Damn
stuff.
right, but I'm just saying, like, that's what I want to see.
You know what I'm saying? He brings out the queens,
right? I want to see the kids, whatever they mosh pit, do their little circle thing, and start killing people in the circle. You know, to some Casper. We still got
not literally,
slam dancing, whatever they do. You know what I'm saying? All that shit they do, right? You know? Yeah.
And there's still the Wassas are still doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Preston can come do his show.
Yeah.
Who else from the Wassas? Talib Twin is home.
You know who they'd really want to see? The dog.
Boondog, yeah, Boondog could perform.
Yeah.
Maybe by September, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
Maybe Burner Band might be home by then.
No. One of the Tallop twin.
Yeah, he didn't get to perform
the last time. I want to see him. Would they give Moolah a chance again?
I think they should actually give Moolah a chance this time.
Yeah, because they would actually see a crazier response now to them from then.
Yeah,
that was probably the best thing they could have done to him. But if you guys put him on now, just have him during the day.
Yeah.
Have him during the day where he could wild out with his crowd.
What about Top 5?
Oh my goodness sake. Nighttime. Let him come out with
movie.
any movie. He's allowed to come out with any rapper who's the headliner that night.
Yeah, if G Herbo's in town, do the song with G Herbo.
G Herbo.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind.
I wouldn't mind? Sorry, not us as the host.
Yeah, that'd be
me and Friday Ricky Dredd just running up and down those stages, letting you guys stay hype, bro.
Yeah.
Don't play me. Don't go somewhere else now. We don't want to be in this kind. Hi, how you having your experience today? Nah, let's introduce them artists because they all know us.
Hey, man, I'm down for anything, man.
That's what I'm demanding. You gotta demand shit nowadays.
Closed mouths don't get fed.
Yeah, dog. You'll see why we type in you guys, ask you what's going on.
Hey, the man responded, bro.
Exactly. So respond to this. Host,
controlling
Toronto edition. Friday Ricky Dredd, Dusty Wallace, and DJ Czar.
Maybe one night for sure.
One night. But give us the Toronto night. The night where all the local guys are on.
Well, the last time, the way that they did it, they spread it over the 3 nights.
Yeah.
They put a few Toronto acts on each night.
Yeah, so give us that. We come out, we'll introduce them.
Anytime the Toronto acts is going on.
But if they're doing it like a spread out like that, where they have them all come out like how they did Roadrunner, the Crook,
yes,
and all that. Yeah, bro, because this time it's not going to be my youth there. It's going to be us.
I don't know. I think he's still around.
That's why there's so much damn games going on then, dog.
He's just working behind the scenes.
Work your scene, bro. Come up off of that.
Yo, Toronto's the best, bro. My youth is the best code word ever in Toronto, man.
My youth. You already know what I'm talking about. Bro.
I know.
My youth would know who I'm talking about.
My youth knows who we're talking about. No, but the my youth is not even like around like that, but he's in the background.
I wonder if any of the region guys will be on it this year.
So Lil Baretti's back in the game. They should have him perform.
Yeah.
Who else? Mustafa.
Nah, you go slow shit down and all that.
Yes, but there's a time for that. There's people who are into that, right?
Oh, that's a Sunday night.
That might be a nighttime thing.
Yeah.
Right, especially if they get the acoustics perfect, they can really, really kill that show. Yeah.
Nah, nigga. We want to turn up.
Yeah.
No, but I'll give it to him.
There's going to be some earthy people who might just want to vibe, put up their light.
That's not happening at hear what it's called. Rolling loud.
Yeah.
Not quiet, Regin. Not quiet and candlelights and you know what I mean?
So maybe they have to put him in.
Maybe he could go down to Dundas Square and do his thing.
Yo, salute to the
salute. But that night, rolling loud. Pull up. Rolling loud. That's what I'm saying.
That's when you need to bring out Puffy L's.
And
right? And
still by the rubber.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Instead of like just have have the whole squad. Halal Gang.
Okay. And I'll take one song by.
Yeah, you do 1-2 tunes and then turn up with the rest of the man them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
But I think we can get a pretty productive Rolling Loud.
And maybe they should, and if there's not a Rolling Loud going on in like Vancouver, but there probably will be.
No, I don't think so.
They got to get some. I want some acts from around our country.
So Mercules, he can pull up. Mercules has a big crowd.
Okay, he could, but where do you draw him into? What stage? Not the main stage, right?
He might be able to do a main stage. Mercury just came off a tour.
I know.
Yeah. He has a big fan base.
Yes.
And as far as Vancouver, he's probably the biggest one out of Vancouver.
Yeah, but the music that he makes doesn't always translate to the music that Rolling Loud is kind of.
It's very traditional hip hop.
Thank you.
Yes.
So that's
But as long as his fan base is there for him at that stage, he could pull it off. They have traditional hip hop guys over at those.
Of course they do. Of course they do.
It's not all like turn up
it depends.
auto tune guys.
In Florida, not like that. But when they're in like New York, I see that on their list.
Yeah.
They'll have I've seen Joey Badass on a Rolling Loud.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like who else in Vancouver?
Okay, so if they are to bring kind of guys like that from America, let's just say like a Griselda was there.
Yeah.
Then Mercs. In that time slot right after them, before them.
And I'm sure he has some turn up songs. I'm not really familiar with his material like that, respectfully, but like I'm sure he has some songs that are like turn the crowd up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, salute to Rolling Loud. Holler at us, bro. Like, if you've seen the tweets, and then maybe you'll be able to see the DMs too. You know
maybe you'll be able to see this episode.
Yeah. They probably will. I got a news story here for our boy Rob Ford. Rob Ford documentary coming soon to Netflix.
Yes.
I want to take a quick break from this episode to give a big shout out to Only Loud, Canada's one-stop shop for your favorite legacy brands and all things loud. Only Loud provides mail order delivery nationwide and same-day delivery to those in the Ottawa area. Check them out at onlyloud.ca or follow them on their socials, Instagram at onlyloudcanada or on Snapchat onlyloud.ca for more exclusive content. Only Loud is not just a product, it's a lifestyle. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer.
I seen that.
Bro, I ran to Netflix because I didn't read the caption properly on his Instagram post.
Yeah, it's soon.
It's coming soon.
Yes.
Yo, bro, I was getting ready to watch this shit, man.
That. But you know what? We all know the story. They're just gonna recycle it.
Yeah, but they're gonna make him look shitty, bro.
You think so?
Even the title of it, the Toronto's most damaged mayor or something like that. Like the title sounded super. I don't remember.
You know what's gonna mess them up? Everybody's gonna say that was our best mayor.
Yeah, but he was
doesn't matter. People said he was our best mayor.
We felt that in hindsight.
Yeah, because
in the moment, bro. You don't tell me we weren't embarrassed as everybody else was, bro.
Fam, that was the regular Toronto bucket. Them time they're running around.
Yeah, but it can't be our mayor, fam. Like,
yo, fam,
you weren't appalled when you found out that our mayor's smoking crack, bro. You weren't like, yo. And this guy's handling our city.
Not really growing up in the West End, seeing these type of, you know what I mean, not really,
bro.
I wasn't, and then after with Tory, wasn't shocked again.
I just felt like
we have it here. This is our mayors are like the people. Do not be surprised if something come down for Chow.
No, she's out doing a little chow. A little number 5.
Yeah, number 5. You know
I don't know, man.
It's
just an embarrassing look to me, in my opinion, that our mayor was known as a crackhead.
But all these mayors and presidents are crackheads. It's just that some of them didn't get caught.
And the way they did him, like around that time, bro, like he was on CNN. They were putting him all over the place after that. Like he made the news.
Yeah, but you got to remember they paid for that because they wanted John Tory in those times.
He didn't help, bro.
Exactly.
And it wasn't just the crack, bro. It was the drunken rants.
Yeah, the time when he was in the
drunken patois rants.
Yeah. With the half of the dress shirt out like he just came from City Hall. Like, bro, rough day.
Again, in hindsight, when we have a bunch of other mayors who haven't been the best, you're like, you know what? He was the best. But really, was he? He was just the most down to earth. But he was fucking up bad around that time, bro.
Of course. You know what, though? Are they going to mention that he was a hash dealer and shit like that?
I don't know, man. I really hope that they get. I hope they get really. Into
I want to see when he was a youth, when he played football, when he was on Royal York, Etobicoke, and then when the downfall. I want to see it.
He went on Jimmy Kimmel.
All that.
Great city, and I want people to come visit our city.
Yo, what do you mean?
Well, that's Toronto Mayor Rob Ford strolling the
favorite claims about his accomplishments.
Rob Ford is the youths them that are miskeen. Oh, remember, like he's the original guy that come on and do the Toronto slang.
Yeah.
Hey, you niggas couldn't say shit. These next youths have nothing over it. What do you mean?
Yo, bro.
These next suits are coming
It's
up.
just
Yo,
crazy,
man.
man. Because like he's beloved for us because like we're the man them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, bro, we couldn't have him running the city, man. Like
What?
really and truly, bro.
Fam, who really runs our city?
Like if he didn't die, okay?
Yeah.
Thought experiment.
We
quick
would have
fact.
had him up there still.
You think we would have voted him back in? Hell no.
I think Toronto would have.
This liberal ass city on top of that, bro.
Fam is Toronto. Dog.
Actually, they might have voted him back
We
in.
would have
from the
voted him
liberal sense.
in, dog. What?
I
That's the
don't know,
closest
bro.
thing to a nigga we had.
Yeah, but niggas don't vote.
And niggas don't smoke crack like that. Like too much like that.
Yeah, the man them don't smoke crack, bro.
Like that.
The man them sell it, bro.
to you.
Yeah, so it's like, why would you want to vote for the junkie, bro? I feel like if he lived, R.I.P. to him again, he would have been like radioactive.
Right now, like anybody sees him, it's like, oh, that's the Toronto guy that smokes crack.
If he
Check him.
didn't die, his brother wouldn't be the premier right now because people would have still been like, oh man, this
They
guy
have
right
the
here.
whole Ford family is a flipping scandal. That's what they would have been saying.
Yeah, they would have been like, yo, wait a minute, this guy's running for premier. It was the guy whose brother was a known crackhead? Because don't tell me after he got kicked out of office or whatever that he would have just stopped smoking crack. He probably would have kept on smoking and then been a man that like you see on road sometime just running around just asking for change. And you're like, yo, that used to be Mayor Rob Ford.
Remember when you interviewed
like Kevin Clark.
Like Kevin Clark.
Yeah. And, Kevin he never got to be a mayor, but he was always in politics.
And he was running for it one time.
Yeah. So like he might have been, respectfully, he might have been Kevin Clark if he lived. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I don't think they would have let him go like that.
You would have put him in a rehab?
He already did stop. That's why he got the cancer.
Stop this, bro.
Once they stop, bro, that's when they get sick.
How many crackheads do you know stop smoking crack, bro?
I know a lot, and they got cancer, and now they're in the hospitals and all that type of shit.
So you're saying the crack's keeping the cancer away?
Then they'll tell you that. They will tell you that, brother. They've told, like, I personally know one.
That's that cancer preventing crack, bro.
No, it gives it to them, but the minute they stop, that's when it kicks into play.
Man.
All right? That's when them get sick. It's like a smoker. You smoke for like 25 years. Some people, if they don't stop at a certain time, they will get lung cancer. You know what I'm saying? When they stop, that's when they get it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, listen, man. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I put the reminder on my Netflix, so when it drops, I'll be watching, bro. And I guess anybody else who wants to tune into that, tune in, man. Rob Ford documentary on the way. They have this. I don't know if you've seen this, and there's not a lot of. Actually, there is some hip hop stories that we will get to in a second. But did you see this post here about this gun runner guy who was on the Bolo list?
On the Bolo list.
So be on the lookout is the Bolo thing here. This here. Be on the lookout.
Okay.
He's a firearms trafficker. They said that they caught him this is from Straight Out to Six. It says a Toronto man convicted in one of the city's largest firearms trafficking investigations has been arrested in the United States after nearly 4 years on the run, police say. The news release issued Friday, Toronto police said 43-year-old Kamar Cunningham, also known as Kid or Damon Thompson, was taken into custody by U.S. Marshal authorities in the Atlanta, Georgia region early this week. Cunningham has multiple firearms trafficking offenses stemming from the probe called Project Patton, a major Toronto police investigation that targets the 5 Points General Street Gang. The 9-month investigation involves more than 800 officers and resulted in 75 arrests and a seizure of 78 firearms. At the time, the officials estimated the guns had a street value of roughly $200,000 or to $390,000. He was ultimately sentenced to 9 years in prison on May 4th, 2021, but failed to appear in court for the decision, and then I guess that's when he went on the run. Now, himself, I don't even want to focus on the person itself because that's not where, I don't know. He's not even a rapper, right? My whole thing is the whole gun problem in Canada. They've been talking about this problem in Canada forever. Before podcasting was popular, we were like, yo, there's a gun problem in Canada. I see on the news, they always talk about how they come from the United States. Are they trying to stop it? And if so, how can they stop it? Right? We've already gotten terrorist raised on us because we're allowing drugs to get over there. But look how many guns come over here for decades, bro.
But they're like, your own people are bringing it.
Yes.
Your own people are bringing it, if that's the case, right?
This is true.
So.
This is true for the most part, because I'm sure there are American guys who come up here and they're like,
but they still gotta meet a nigga from here who's interested in it and who gotta take the risk to get up there and get it, bro.
No, you just hit the nail on the head right there. If it doesn't matter as much if we're the ones bringing it in ourselves, like our own citizens.
Thank you, and we need it. We have gun stores here, obviously, but you need that your license, right? Your firearms license, under the Act of Ontario, right? So you're gonna obviously there's gun stores, and there's certain firearms you can get right here,
certain ones, but the types of shit that they be showing on the news, like those colorful guns and all that, you can't get them shits over here, bro.
Yeah, you can.
Come on.
Yes, you can, bro.
I know when you go to the States, you can go to Tallahassee and go to the store.
You go walk in the store and grab your things, right? The other day I was talking to some of my mans in Atlanta too. And man, them niggas just had that shit sitting around. There ain't nothing.
So is the root of the problem us over here bringing them in as citizens? Or is it over there in the United States making it so easy to purchase them?
As a person who likes those things, in a sense, right? Like, I ain't gonna give it away, right? I'm not gonna sit here and I can't say anything, really, because I'm just more like, hold on. It's your decision.
Right.
As a man, as a human being, it's your decision. Hey, I don't want to be the one trying to bring them. But you best believe shit's going wild out here. Someone's going to want to get one.
Yes, but shit would go less wild if there was less guns.
Hell no. Shit is less wild when they're actually legal. Go to Texas.
Well, that's another thing.
Go to the places that are legal. You can walk around. Less drama.
Yes, that's another thing, because I've always advocated for maybe we need to legalize or maybe loosen up the gun laws over here where the average citizen can have it on them. But I've also heard the argument that it's not the average citizen that is in danger when it comes to gun violence. The average person who gets into gun violence and who's a victim of it is somebody who's in a gang. Over here, it's not like it's rarely like just a random shooting
in the States,
or somebody robs you.
Grocery store, dude's wilding.
Yeah,
he pulls out, boom, you hit him like, bah, 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 he's done. You know what I mean? You saved the day.
Yes, and there are home invasions and stuff like that happen here to civilians. And if somebody had a firearm, they'd be able to protect themselves.
Yeah,
and that's cool. So I advocate for people being able to own firearms.
Yeah,
but that's not the main issue of when the firearms are being used out here.
Yeah.
When it's not like, oh, the level of home invasions are so high and people getting shot in home invasions. It's usually gangsters shooting at gangsters.
Very much so.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you could legalize the guns, but it's like it ain't gonna make a difference. The gangsters ain't buying legal ones anyway.
No. Why would you?
You know what I'm saying?
You're trying to throw it away after if you had to do a drill.
Yeah. So I don't think it would dent the gun violence has been going down, but I don't think it would make any more of a difference if guns were legal here.
I think there's probably way more because it's going down. It's because everyone got one now.
Do you think that more people have them now than in like my time? Like, let's say
in our time,
90s.
you wouldn't really know if a man have a poon on him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These times now, men are like they're in the Wild West.
They're showing it on social media.
Yeah.
You
know what I'm saying? Like, go around on the block, you see 1-2 Peggy Sue's. You know what I mean? You're like, whatever, right? Like, day in the hood. But like, that's it. I just think a lot of people have them. Like, I'm not admitting to anybody, but I'm just saying a lot of people got these things.
Yeah.
So everyone's kind of more like you're on edge, but you're respecting it more. Because you didn't walk out your house today to die. Right?
True.
So you might know a man to be a man who carries. And he might know I'm a man that carries. So we're just going to go on with our day. Be like, yo, walk on.
Yeah.
Keep it moving. You understand me?
Yeah.
Then per se, I have it, feeling like a superhero right now. You don't got it. You pissed me off. You're running off your mouth. Yo, your teeth too, my gal. Yo, you know what? See them around the corner. Yo, let's just go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you don't have it. So that's where the gun, right? Because normally you hear, man get licked down. Nothing on him. He's gone.
Yeah.
Because next man felt like soup and say, yo, let me lick him down. Because he has nothing right now. Perfect chance. Ha ha. Bomb, bomb. Per se, you have one. I have one. You know I have one. I know you have one. I ain't shooting.
Yeah, we think twice.
I'm not trying to get.
Yeah.
You're not. I'm trying to shoot people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's where I show you the math and the science behind. If it's legal, I'm gonna respect you more than per se. It's not because I'm a illegal carrier. You're not. Like,
yes,
I know
but
you
that's if it's like criminal versus citizen.
And it could be criminal versus criminal. But you don't got one. You can't afford one. I got you. Bam. You're still like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but there's a difference between not being able to afford one and it's not being allowed to buy one, right? Like if you could afford it and you're allowed to buy it and you're a criminal, but you have like a legal firearm, now you're into like, it gets into sticky territories because it's like you're doing criminal activity, you have a legal firearm on you. Can you use your legal firearm while you're doing illegal activity? Like the man tried to rob my gates, so I shot him. Like you're doing illegal shit.
Yeah,
so
no, man robbed my gates, but I'm the legal owner, or
I'm the legal owner in my gates, right? Where I'm doing illegal activity. I can't protect myself because like he tried to come in and try to rob me for my dope.
But I have never had a charge in my life, but that's why I have my thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it kind of canceled itself out. Like you have a legal firearm, but you still can't use it because
rules.
like you're gonna get in trouble anyway because they're gonna find out you're a dope dealer, and now you're gonna not have a gun license anymore.
Cool. I get you, but you're still alive.
Yes,
you're still alive.
Yes. So I don't know. It's kind of because in America this is something that people don't have conversations about because. There's people in states that have legal guns forever. You know what I'm saying?
Trust me.
Like in those places, like where NBA YoungBoy, where is he from again?
New Orleans.
Yeah, they got legal guns over there. So you see them in a music video.
Louisiana,
like they're just waving the guns and shit.
Draco, especially, that's considered a handgun.
Yeah. So if like
states.
they get caught like at a music video shoot with a bunch of guns, it doesn't necessarily mean like everybody's going to jail. Like, yeah, two mans could have a permit on them. But now, if those mans are into like some gang violence and then they're pulling out their legal straps, I still feel like you're gonna catch a charge, bro.
Yeah, you could, but you have a better chance fighting it because now you could say they could say manslaughter, they could say self-defense. There's a lot of things that can be put into play because of the fact that you're in a state it's legal.
Yeah.
Like come on, New York, you get caught when you're gone to jail forever, just like Toronto, Chicago, all these other places. Like they have same strict laws we do.
Yeah.
It's not just the state, like certain states.
Especially when you go to the southern states.
Yeah, them can carry all day. That's redneck shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you come down to the north, ain't no hell you could walk around with no strap just on your flipping shoulder like he had. Never shoot me a nigga today. Like that's not going on. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, last thing on this. Do you think that we should implement like a province to province, like how you just mentioned state to state, they have different gun laws?
Yeah.
Do you think that we should have a province to province different gun laws over here or just like a federal law all across the board?
Okay, federal or province to province, it would work. But if you were to go province to province, you're messing us up in Ontario because of the fact we're not really one of those, like we're not a southern type of vibe, you know?
Yeah.
Like you got to go, now they're going to give it to like more Saskatchewan, Alberta's, Yukon territories. So all them native up there going to be shooting people left, right, center.
And this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about more specifically like self-defense laws, being able to have open carry.
Well, okay. I could say in Ontario, because we have so many cultures, they should give it to us because like some of these people are coming from countries where it don't matter. It don't matter. You know what I mean? lack of respect for authority and all types of shit.
Yeah.
You don't know where some of these immigrants are coming from, bro. And to you and their, like me as a black man in this country, I'm the shit. But maybe in their country, I ain't shit.
Your food.
I'm food.
Yeah.
And them see me, I do my thing and they're like, yo, I like the clothes this guy. Yo, let's go rap that.
Yeah.
You know, now I want that for those type of newcomers to Canada that might not know that, yo, we run this. But you know what I mean? Because we're so advanced now, us black people or something, or any white people too, right?
Yeah, because you got to think, like, you know, I feel like we're not the main targets of robberies.
No.
It's mostly like, I don't want to put it on the white people like that, but like, black guys aren't getting robbed unless it's usually by other black guys.
Or guys from other countries that are young that don't give a damn about black guys really, but still have the look, the urbanized, like, you know what I mean? Because, guy, when you go to some of these hoods right now, there's not a speck of black. Sorry. Bare little,
like Indian kid.
Look, Iranian kid on Iraqi kid I run around and I call you nigga.
Yeah.
In Rex, still some of them places there right now, bro.
Come jam you for your chain, yo.
Yeah, it'll be an Arabic guy. It'll be a direct Iraqi youth. Jam you.
Underneath the balaclava.
Yeah, Iraqi youth or something, bro.
Yeah.
Palestinian youth. Come grab you up, show you what's going on. Those are their hoods now. I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah. But you know, just once upon a time, they used to be like, automatically, the black guys, they're going to beat you up in a fight. The black guys are tougher.
Yeah, right. You know when black guys that get their ass flipping.
Those days are done.
Beat up by some white boy hockey players, kick jersey at, bap, 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 bap. You looking all around.
They got the memo. We're not the toughest. We're not the toughest race.
Bro. I grew up with white boys, bro. We used to beat up black dudes, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, that's the thing. You always think you're the toughest till one of them white dudes hold you up, hockey players, and sock it to you, boy.
Yeah, they don't feel pain either.
Yeah, they sock it to you, boy. They give you one right in your stomach. You
Black guys don't like getting punched in the face. We start shooting.
Yeah, that's some pussy shit.
Yo, you hit me in the face. Yo, I'm gonna have to shoot.
Yeah, all of a sudden, man loses life because you got punched in the face. Can't even take a punch to your face. That's crazy, bro.
White boy's like, do it again. Hit me. Hit me.
What? Like, shaking it off, biting himself, slapping himself. Oh my God, got you running around a car or some shit. Like, fuck that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Fight's over, bro. You got it.
Yeah,
bro.
right. Fight's over. He's gonna pick you up and knock the donkey coins out of you.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, listen, man. Salute to all of the legal gun owners out there.
Yeah.
And I guess some of the illegal ones too,
Yeah.
man. Salute to the streets, man. I got some music stuff for us. Right?
Okay.
We can get out the streets for a second.
Yeah, let's do it.
The monthly listeners are out, courtesy of Rap Cap TO.
Okay.
Big salute to Rap Cap TO. They put out a list, and these are based off of Spotify monthly listeners. So they have the top 10 monthly listeners of all of the Toronto rappers out here right now.
Yeah.
So, and I think this is just for male artists.
Okay.
So Sav 4 times, or okay, actually I'll start from number 10. K-Money at number 10 with 36,000 monthly listeners. 3M French at number 9 with 37,000 monthly listeners. Pangs in jail right now, free him, 40,000 monthly listeners. Casper TNG, 44,000 at number 7. Doovie, free up at 46,000. And then we get to the top 5. YG, 50,000. Northside Benji at number 4 with 51,000. Burner Bands, right? Free up, 74,000 right now currently. Houdini RIP at 84,000. And then the number 1 streamed artist in Toronto from the independent males is Sav4X with 85,000 monthly listeners. Thoughts?
It is what it is, dude. You know, it is what it is.
Are you surprised to see certain man's like Burner Bands number 3, bro? Like 74,000.
I'm honestly not. Yo, you know what I was thinking? It's like that kid right now somewhere in Germany. His homeboy got put on to these guys.
Yeah.
Now he comes into the crib wherever they are, and they're like, "Kurva, yeah, yo, let's listen to some hip hop." This is like the entry book for that 22-year-old right now, right? To say, "Yo, you ever heard Toronto rap?" This is their entry book.
Yeah.
So if this isn't just Toronto, this is the rest of the world now, right? So I feel like they're touching new listeners on another side of the world.
Hold on. because I'm reading the caption
It
here.
says Toronto.
This chart marks male independent Toronto artists by their total authentic Toronto listeners. So these are 85,000, or for burner bands, for example, that we were just talking about, 74,000 monthly Toronto listeners.
Yeah,
which actually is even
better.
crazier.
So I'm still right in the sense of, like I said, that little white kid somewhere far out up north. This is the entry level for them right now as a Toronto. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is the Bible for them. If they're gonna be like, yo, Houdini, this guy Houdini passed. Say word. It's like, imagine the person who just got into rap after Tupac and Biggie died. That's exactly the same thing that's going on. Like, some people didn't listen to Biggie until he died, you know.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
Okay.
Same with Pac.
And same with Pac, bro. Yeah. So like R.I.P. Houdini, but that is the results of him being passed away. Right? In Toronto especially, because some kids didn't get touched yet. They didn't touch that yet when he was around. They're hearing it, but they didn't know Wagwan yet.
Yeah.
Now they're ready. So they're hearing this. Burner Bands, another guy, missing in action. If you're a tuggy you coming up in your streets, in your neighborhood right now, this might be a little bit of your role model.
And also keep in mind with these monthly listeners, some of them are new listeners that come in and out, but some of them might just be consistent. I'm a fan of this guy, so on a monthly, I listen. This is what I listen to on a monthly.
Right now, there's some youth somewhere in some little apartment right now. If you listen closely, you'll hear some of these tunes coming out of those windows, bro. You know?
Yeah.
And that is their book. That is their Bible. That is their testimony to their involvement in hip hop and them being introduced to hip hop, right? Because some people, like how we were introduced, there was a certain amount of guys that we knew of. So all it is the same thing, replaying itself, brother.
Yeah.
You know?
No, it's interesting to see some of these guys that we see on the list because, like I was saying, like they're not active. Even though they've dropped a little bit, like from behind bars, like Doobie's dropped some tunes, Burner Bands has dropped some tunes, like even Northside Benchy, he's about to go on tour just now, but he hasn't been active, and his monthly listeners are still consistently staying strong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Last thing on this, Sav having the most monthly listeners out of all of the Toronto rap males right now. What are your thoughts on that? Because he's on fire right now, bro.
I don't know why Casper is at number 7, but okay, cool.
It's the metrics, bro.
I know. Savvy, that's cool, man. He's young, he's fresh, he's hot right now. Anything new is always going to be liked more than something that's been around.
Yeah.
Right? It's just, can he hold on to it?
Yeah, know what?
Can he hold on to it?
I think he can.
Okay, so
and I think there's people who are starting to mimic him. He was saying in a post the other day that people are biting his style.
But that's the whole point, my man. Don't get offended. You brought out the style for latch on to.
Yeah.
Take it and take your style to another level now.
Yeah.
If give them that, take that on to the new one. Next album, you should have the same style, but a little more flavor to you.
Yeah, and I have been hearing his songs playing out at certain cars and stuff like that.
Trust me too.
That Clipper song.
Yep.
That song gets runs. Bro. Yeah. Yeah, man. Salute to the Toronto rappers out there, man, doing their thing. I'm really glad to see these numbers, and salute to Rap Cap for keeping track of all of this, man.
Yeah.
You're a better man than me, bro.
Yeah,
you
man.
keep track of all this shit. I don't know if I want to talk about this Pakistan versus India stuff.
Oh yeah.
I know what's going on, but I'm just kind of like, it's none of my business.
I know.
It's one of them one that, dog. It's none of my business, dog. This one is none of our business.
None of our business.
Stay the hell out of their business. Right now, Diddy in jail and all that. They in their business. They talk about that. What do we talk
Yeah.
about them for?
Yeah.
Leave
I
them be.
just saw that post on Real Toronto News with the missiles going off and stuff like that. And I'm like, please don't take it to like an end war, nuclear war. You know what I'm saying?
I hope not.
Because
but-
I know Pakistan, they be holding on to them nukes, bro.
Yeah, I know. And if they decide to go crazy.
Yeah. But
Yo,
we'll leave it alone.
Yeah, shout
We'll
out my
leave it
Hindu niggas and my Pakistanis.
Yeah,
Let's go,
man. Salute to all of y'all.
Shout
man.
out,
Hopefully, like, hold your head, man.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a thought experiment / question.
Okay.
Now, I want to know your thoughts on who or what you think is the best eras in Toronto hip hop. Like I said in the beginning, I'm working on a documentary right now, right?
Yeah.
And I was telling you in my documentary, I'm starting from the second era. So I'll break down the 4 eras, and I want to know which era that you think is the best. Now, the first era is the late 80s, early 90s era. That's the Maestro, Mishimi, Dream Warriors era.
I like that area.
All right?
Era though.
That was, the fresh, new Toronto hip hop era.
That's what got me to
Right?
your era.
Then there's the mid 90s to early 2000s,
Yeah.
like the Circle, Ghetto Concept, Citizen Kane, Red Life, like I just played in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? People were getting major record deals. That's when you start to see more Much Music red carpets. Like rap was like getting to the forefront. That's why I said that's the first boom. Because like that's when you start to see bare rappers starting to see on TV like crazy.
Yeah.
Right? That's the second era.
Yeah.
Third era, mid 2000s to 2012, the mixtape era. So early Drake, the DVDs, right? Rap Sheet DVD and Real Toronto and give me some more so we can give them some love there. Juice DVD,
Apple,
Big Apples, right?
Like,
R.I.P. man. Right? Much Vibe. Right?
Yeah.
Then there was crews like the Hustle Man, Mayhem Moriarty, Point Blank, Dusty Wallace.
Oh shit, you put me there. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Young Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
That was era 3.
Yeah.
mid 2000s. So let's say you're on 2005 to about 2012.
Yep.
That's one era.
Yep.
Now the last and final era is the YN era. 2012 all the way to where we are now. So Huncho Hoodlum and Sam G in the beginning in 2012 times.
Yeah.
Then it's moved on to like Casper TNG and Robin Banks and then Pressa and Top 5. And then the whole drill wave came in like 2017, 2016. And here we are now. It's taken us to where we are now.
Yep.
Now that I've broken it down, 4 eras. Which one is your favorite era and why?
I'm going to give it to the mid-early 90s and 2000s, bro, for me, right? Because that's what built me to come whoop ass in the early 2000s to the 2012s. So they gave me the template, guys like Maestro, shout out. Guys like Cardi, shout out. You know what I mean? They gave guys like me the template to see how they move to like be like, okay, this is what I got to do to get to that level.
Yeah.
So that's the most monumental time for me in Canadian like rap history for me. Because that's the boom, bro. You never ever see rappers again from Toronto on your actual television, but per se you playing it on a YouTube. Like we used to have to wait for these things, doc. You get what I'm saying? And then you wait and Caravana flies by or you see them on the road. You know?
Yeah.
That to me.
Rappers were more stars at those times. Those Toronto rappers, like, even though they were still local, when I used to watch them especially when I was still living in Montreal, I thought the Mandem were like superstars.
Yeah, we are. We actually are out here. But it's the fact that is the whole gist of it is when they had more of that star appeal than per se, I don't want to diss my guys in the 2012s and on. Because they have the money appeal.
Yes. And they also that's when clout started becoming a term. So they can get like bare views on Instagram or views on YouTube.
And translate it into some dollars. Before that was the mid is because I was like, this is how you make the dollars. Like
Yeah.
watching them on the TV screen. Anybody you seen on TV, it don't matter if you had a commercial on TV, you thought that person was rich.
Yeah.
You thought the person was making money, even if they weren't.
And this time here, you're talking about the mid 2000s
And
to
on.
2012.
Yeah.
That time right there, the time that your era,
Yeah,
right?
crazy.
When there was, and that, you know, like I said, it starts from like the DVDs to much vibe and stuff
Yeah.
like that. That was a very much of a transition period.
Yeah.
Because I
was stuck in a transition.
Yes, we've spoken about this multiple times, and I've spoken to other artists about the internet starting to take over, like everything going digital.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Much music not getting as much love anymore. That's why they created Much Vibe, because it's like, all right, we got to find a place to put all these rap videos. But they're also looking for ways of keeping Much music alive.
Yeah. From Bell Media or whatever.
So they started specializing the programming and saying, okay, here's the Much Vibe and Much Metal and da-da-da-da.
But you could tell they were losing money.
They're already on
no,
the outs.
there was no like VJs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the programming wasn't like solid. Like there wasn't no schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that right there, that time, if you ask me, that's still my favorite music time. Like I felt like the best music came out of like mid 2000s to 2012.
Oh,
like
for
the mixtape
sure.
era. Like everybody was super lyrical, but still trying to make songs that can be hit songs.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
the effort was there.
Yes, bro. And we performed more.
Damn,
Even
bro.
though like a lot of these guys were all grimy, we all come from different hoods.
Yeah.
We were all still performing on stages.
Yeah, yeah.
The 2012 to now era, the YN era,
Oh, no.
these niggas don't perform.
And I'm telling you the truth, it doesn't translate when I hear their music and then I see them. That's what I'm saying. I've seen my time, the mids, right? The 2000s, the Circle, the Point Blanks. Those are phenomenal performers, bro.
Yeah, yeah. All of them.
Every single one of them. That is where I got my stagemanship from.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Watching these guys. So when they used to see me, they're like, blood clot. So it's like, but they don't know. I'm getting it from you guys.
Yeah.
So maybe there was something where, like, you see from us, the 2012s to the 2012s and on, the balance wasn't there because the age gap, like, they were starting a little bit more earlier. Like, when it came to the music, like, Casper and them were doing it from when they're youths.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, all of them were started like
really young.
15, 14.
Really younger.
You know what? It's not that they started younger. They were visible younger because all of us started at that age.
Yeah.
But we didn't have the ability to put out our music.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So once we started getting closer to our later teenage times and stuff like that, maybe get demos out or be able to get a music video together by the time we're like 20 or whatever. Now you can see us.
Yeah.
These mans, bro, by the time they're 15, 14, as long as they can get a video man to come in, yo, what is it, $5? Yo, I made that in the trap last night.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Or all five of them put in the bill.
Yeah, let's do my music video for me and let me upload that to YouTube as like a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
Voila, here's the first time you see me.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That per se, me, I was stuck in the transition of like, as soon as I got on TV, YouTube came around.
Yeah.
So then I went viral on the YouTube very quickly, but then after that, young boys have to do their thing. They knew how to be more viral.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's one thing too. They had to learn how to make themselves viral.
Yeah.
Because for us to go viral, we had to be on the television.
And you had to do certain things. They're a little bit different. Like me running around with a damn mascot with chains on and gold teeth. Like, you gotta understand, like, that was different.
Yes.
You weren't seeing a puppet on stage with a rapper running up and down with me in glowing lights. Like, you're not seeing that yet. So when it transitioned, I put it on a video off for Much Music, and then you're seeing me on stage with and then you're seeing that goes viral. Those times. Because then YouTube hit, I put them on YouTube, everyone's like, who the fuck is this puppet?
Yeah. But you see the things with our era back in the YouTube times when YouTube
Just Bus.
It just came out. We didn't understand how to use it as much as like I understand how to use YouTube now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you upload the video and YouTube didn't even work the same.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So we might not get as much views off of the video on YouTube than what it would have gotten on Much Music, and we can't see the views on Much Music.
No.
That's another difference too. Last thing.
But what you would see is a spinach.
Yeah. We can see our numbers. Like
Yeah.
the fans can't see our numbers back in the days.
No, we can.
We could if we
Yeah,
can get
Nielsen.
access, or if we go and
Your Nielsen.
go get our Nielsen, get a manager to say, okay, let me get the numbers for whatever the early streaming platforms.
Yeah.
Now, everybody's numbers are exposed. So
Yeah.
you drop your YouTube video, everybody can see your numbers. You got the Spotify uploaded, everybody can see your numbers.
Yeah.
So it's like, who's to know that even if some of our rappers from the era right before the mid 2000 to 2012 were hotter than some of these guys
Of course
right
they
now.
were.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course we were, some of us.
Some for sure, because it's like, well, it depends. Because also once YouTube started to come into play and you can actually see those early numbers, certain mans, like if they don't have like 1 million views now, it's because the numbers weren't popping then. Or if they don't even have like 100,000.
I've seen re-uploads of like old school guys like Maestro. And no, it doesn't hit 1 million, but that don't mean they didn't sell.
Yeah, at the time when everybody was like, before anybody could see numbers,
Yeah.
They probably sold a bunch of records.
Sold records.
The video got spun on Much Music this amount of times.
Million, jillion times in one day.
Yeah.
Right? And them times it was like $12, 12 something to spin.
Yeah.
Every rotation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That, like, man's go home with some paper back in the day. Eh?
I actually made a little bit of money in these 2000s to 2012 age.
Yeah.
From videos, the Empire video getting spun on Much Vibe. I used to get a check when I was sitting in jail.
Yeah.
Last question on this.
Yeah.
Before we get off of this here. Out of the last two eras, the mid 2000s to 2012 era, the mixtape era, I would call it.
Yeah.
And the YN era, which era was the grimier one?
Yo, my era.
Think so?
Nah. Yo, but you gotta kind of put like okay, anyways. Ours was sneaky, grimy. I'll say our era was sneaky, grimy. I'll put it there. YNs, yeah, because it was more out there what they're getting killed for.
Right.
Because they were actually being in trouble for. I won't say that. I don't want to do that to people. What I can say is like, it's just what you were doing. It's anything in what they were doing makes me feel like that. Okay, if you're a rapper and you now got shot, it's because you're a rapper.
Right.
But you could have just been a normal, you didn't rap and you still got shot.
Back in the days.
Yeah. And I say, but with the youngins, they're rappers and they're still getting shot.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So that's where you might think it's a bit more grimier. But I'm going to be real with you. Being a victim, does that make you really that grimy?
No, but just the fact, I'm just saying, like, there's more, like, is it more shootings? Are the guys getting locked up more into more trouble now or back then?
More shootings were going on in our times.
Because you say that we were sneakier, but Real Toronto came out back in the days. Rap Sheet DVD came back in it, and we were showing everybody everything.
Guanas.
Yo, look at this gun, and this one is their sister.
Man had tollops on those.
Yeah, like, bro, like, I feel like we were like the gateway to what the YNs are doing now.
Yeah.
Right? They saw us showing our gun to like a big ass camera. And now they could just use the phone.
Yeah. But we had to call the cameraman to come down to show them the things.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know, bro. And guys were getting locked up. Like,
left, right, and center.
Salute to Heartless G. He went away for a long bid. That was like 2009, 2010. And like a lot of his music videos were used against him. There's Lamar Skeet went away for a long time. There's different guys who a lot of raids happened back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Real Toronto DVD and the Rap Sheet DVD alone got a bunch of guys locked up.
Of course.
And caused raids.
Of course.
So it's like, it's hard to say if these niggas is grimier now than what we were back then. Because as somebody being there, we were on some grimy shit.
Bro, there was some real gremlins walking around our city.
Yes.
Like real D-men.
Fam, if you even go look on that Real Toronto DVD, obviously, right? And you see some of those bands in the back, they're
Demons.
real killers, bro.
Real demons. Demified.
Yeah, bro. There's
All
certain
right.
scenes where I'm looking and I'm like, oh, I know that guy. I know that guy. He has about 3 hats. He has.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And some of them are not here today.
Yeah, and those are like the old heads that people will be like, oh, you're an old head ass shit. Like, nah, bro, those are some old head demons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're fighting their demons right now somewhere.
Yeah. So I know people look at the youngins right now and they're like, you guys are so crazy and stuff like that. But like, if we really break down the different eras, especially that last era, the mid 2000s to 2012, post 50 Cent bulletproof vest era,
extra
and all
long
that.
tees and big do rags with the fucking matching. Stop it.
I'm not trying to have a grimy competition, but I'm just saying, like,
but I can say this though: kids are kids. We were kids once.
We were all kids in them times.
We were all kids once. These men that are under those group of men that are under us are now men.
Yeah.
Okay. So if they think they can continue being grimy on camera and shit like that, no, that's not going to work, right? So, but what I can say is we were all kids. There's a point in time where you might have to grow up, right?
Yeah.
And become an artist and be a real artist and do your thing and stay out of trouble, right? So
yeah,
the griminess can be there, right? Because that's where you start rapping. Most of the people that starts rapping is because, they might have went done a night in jail. So I know Master went and did a night in jail. This thing came out, yo, I'm a rapper.
A lot of these guys, especially the YN era,
yeah,
because I've interviewed enough of them, right?
Yeah,
they all have. A lot of them have the same story. I started rapping on house arrest. I started writing my raps on house arrest,
right? Like it just takes some type of, something to happen, and then there you go, right? So the griminess comes with the culture. The griminess comes with the age group that you are in at that time when your brain ain't that developed yet.
Yeah.
To hear the rap, to understand the rap, to now you're making raps that you're actually kind of living.
Yeah, and we're also very influenced by America.
Very.
In the end of the day, we could never deny that. So it also goes by what was happening in hip hop at the time.
Very much so.
Right? Like that earlier time that I was mentioning before, like the late 80s the mid 90s to early 2000s. Like there was grimy rappers in the States, but it wasn't the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like mid 90s to early 2000s, what was popping? Like Biggie,
it's all types of shit. Far Side.
Like,
come on, man.
Like 96.
Brand Nubian.
Well, no, they were a little bit earlier.
Yeah, but they're still
the Diddy era started, the Puffy era started happening around 97. You know what I mean? Like
they were before that, dog. They were 93. When I first met Puffy, it was Caravana here in Toronto.
Yeah,
man, Craig Mack, same time. But they both autographed this red jacket that I had with their markers. Like that was literally probably 1991. I met Craig Mack and P. Diddy that same time.
But the point being, like, the music wasn't as hardcore, right?
No.
Like it wasn't
Flavor in Your Air was out.
Like hip hop wasn't going through a hardcore era. Like in the end of like in the early 2000s, like we got into a hardcore era with DMX and all of those different guys, and then 50 Cent came out, and everybody had to be gangster, and that trickles over to us over here in Canada. Is what my point is. Like whatever's happening in the States, now this is what we're doing over here. So like Dipset started becoming the thing and talking about gun bars and all that, and clothes and that translated over here too.
But what I can say is the grimy music that they were making, it was more relatable. Like, remember, we were going through a phase where rap, you couldn't dance to it no more. When that scene came with the stop, drop, open up, shot.
98.
Now you're dancing.
Yeah.
Again. We were back to dancing. That Puffy era was when there was no dancing and then there was dancing again.
Yeah.
Mace, shiny suits.
Yeah.
Locks. Mariah Carey, Old Dirty Bastard, Mariah Carey again. These are songs you dance to.
Yeah. And that also translated over to the guys who were doing things over here, like Cardinal, Baby Blue, Sound Crew, all these different guys they're making songs to make you dance.
Dance.
So then when things started getting grimy, like when 50 and all them mans came out, we got grimy over here, bro, and that's why we have the last two eras.
Yeah. But I still feel like we were dancing to 50.
Yes, no, 50 had club tracks in the club. It was a club track, but I'm just saying, like, his aesthetic was, I got shot 9 times. I wear bulletproof vest. And then the other guys that started coming out around them times, that's when Dipset started popping off. And you know what I mean? Grimy rap was in effect. So Toronto grimy rap was in effect.
Very much so.
You know what I'm saying?
Very much so. And then we lost that element of being like that, those TV kind of guys. We lost the TV guys.
Yeah, everybody was grimy for a second.
Yeah, so then you seen there was the home videos started coming out again.
Yeah. And last thing with this whole thing before we end off our show here. In that mid 2000 times, the person who made it out and is still flourishing to today is Drake and Tory.
Damn right. And me a little bit because I'm doing this.
Yeah. Yeah, but like you see how like we've had so many different eras and so many different artists, but like, and Cardinal too. Cardinal's he's made over $1 million.
He's good. And I say Quajo from Ghetto Concept, he's doing all right. Like these guys are all everybody's doing okay. They're doing what they have to do.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah.
You know?
Nah, man. Salute to the Toronto rappers out there, man.
Yeah, man. We got a long history and we need to start putting it together, filing it.
Yeah.
Compacting it, putting it together, because if we don't sell ourselves, who will?
Yeah. Well, look out for that interview coming. Or it's not interview, that documentary coming soon. Man.
Let's go.
Let's wrap it up for the evening here, man.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.